Hey everybody, it's great to be here. I'm Greg Cangelosi, co-founder of Baltimore, managing member of the Baltimore Angels Group, and I have the distinct privilege and honor of introducing our next entrepreneur who I've gotten a chance to mentor over the last 3 months. A really, really cool company, but I want to speak about her real quick because I think for those of you who are investors in the room, you'll appreciate this. She has the one quality that I always look for in every entrepreneur that I write a check for, and that is she has the hustle. So those of you who know what the hustle is those folks who are confident, they speak with conviction, they're likable, they're coachable, but more importantly than anything, they get stuff done, okay? So this is the entrepreneur I'm going to bring up. Now there is no I in team, so she's also joined by an awesome engineering group that she'll talk about. And that's enough about her. The company, who I'm going to let her explain to it, is centered in the education and technology space. And those of you who know a lot about Baltimore, which all of you do know, we should own that space completely here in Baltimore. We are totally poised to own the education technology sector. And so without any further ado, I'd like to introduce Katie Palanchar from Unbound Concepts.
Thank you, Greg, so much for that introduction. Yes, I'm Katie Palanchar. I am the CEO and co-founder of Unbound Concepts. And I just want to say that right now is kind of a really surreal moment because we launched this company back in October, and probably about 50% of you in the room right now, we've had some type of relationship or collaboration, so it's just a really neat experience to see everyone all in one room together to talk about Unbound. So, what's going on in the educational space right now is different from when we all were in school. We all opened up our textbooks and we turned to page 73 and we learned about whatever was being taught to us directly in the classroom. But what's shifting now is that we need to deliver instruction based on student-specific needs and based on their reading levels. So if you think of the average second grade classroom right now, and if you think of levels from A to Z, the average second grade classroom has levels A through Z all in that one classroom. How does the educator deliver instruction to meet the needs of all of those students, kindergarten through 6th grade in one classroom? Bigger question, how do publishers and content providers provide materials for those educators to meet those needs? The Common Core State Standards Initiative is an educational policy initiative. For the first time, 49 states have decided that they're going to do something about that. And what they've dictated is that all students, no matter their reading level, need textbooks and documents delivered to them. So what does Unbound do? We approach content from a reading level perspective, which in turn creates metadata for publishers. We are able to read textbooks and documents, determine the reading level, and then also restructure text to meet the needs of students. It's one of the reasons that General Electric has named us one of 3 Emerging Innovators of the Year, and that Common Core State Standards has endorsed us with an endorsing partnership. Our platform and IP contributes to the bottom line for publishers and content providers. So let's dive in a little bit deeper. What does that technology mean? So it's driven by our in-house, our development team, textual complexity algorithm that can determine the reading level of content, identify features and concepts of content. So if you're an educator in the classroom and you need to teach main idea, how do you find materials to do that? Unbound Concepts has the answer. And what we're also working on is restructuring the text to meet the needs of different students. So I always pick on Rob Rosenbaum, but he stepped out, so we'll pick on someone different. So if Frank and Greg are in a classroom and Greg's really struggling and he needs some more support, we can restructure that through our algorithm. But Frank's really pushing ahead, we can give Frank a higher reading level of material and then just give Greg some more support if he needs it. So we're basically in a seed round right now for $400,000. It will continue to build the software platform that's going to be worth millions. So let's look at the whole concept of how this all works. So we start with our first product. If you were out at the demo table earlier, that's our book leveler subscription. It allows educators to scan the ISBN barcode of a book and have the reading level returned. So if you're an educator and you're searching for Frog and Toad or Friends, you want to know the reading level, we can return that to you. Now, what do we do with that information? So we take that data from teachers, we're getting constant feedback, and then we're creating our textual analysis algorithm. So this is a feature, and it's also a viable product that we are currently marketing. So the text leveling API and data publishers, that's where the real revenue kicks in. So we use this algorithm to determine the levels of content, and we can put that on the back end of systems. So let's dig a little bit deeper. So the book leveler subscription will expand. We're looking at possibly about $500 per school license, and it will allow educators to search for skills, concepts, reading levels. So if you're searching for ants, different when we were in school, each student needs to have information delivered to them about ants. Our platform will identify the content that you can deliver to students. We also can create relationships with publishers that they can then put their content on our platform, searchable, and have that content be able for purchase. So let's look at how this all works as a platform. So Book Leveler is just an entry into the market. The Book Leveler subscription gives us a metadata training set, and it gives us constant feedback. And that's also our competitive advantage. Other leveling systems, they are static. Once the book is leveled, it's always that level. So the concept of the internet in 1995 was a much higher level concept, but today, obviously, that has changed. So we update based on a feature analysis. And then what we do is we use that to basically continue to teach our machine learning algorithm. We're looking at licensing this API and data in the back end to publishers for approximately $50,000 to $400,000 contract, depending on their needs. And then what happens is our algorithm becomes smarter, we get more content, we get more information, and then we can link that back to our products. So how do we enter the market? Because obviously we all know about algorithms and that they need a lot of data and that they are constantly learning. What we have established already, which is very interesting with Book Leveler, that we've piloted already in the Baltimore City schools, is that we can take this data and show publishers what content is in schools. So they're able to see gaps, they're able to see purchasing patterns, they're able to go in and see what content is specifically needed. So if you think of any type of digital site as well, there's so much educational content. I use the example of National Geographic. They have a beautiful platform. You go to dive in, you want to teach students about zebras. The problem is, how do you know that the reading level material is appropriate for them? And what we can do is aggregate and organize that information by reading level to make their product more marketable and viable and teachers to purchase. So who we are, like Greg introduced, I'm Katie Blanchard. I'm the CEO and founder of this company. My Master's of Science and Curriculum Instruction. My experience is with the New York City Department of Education, National Association of Independent Schools, Johns Hopkins University. I was consulting and I consistently saw this need. And this was, educators would be ordering materials, they weren't correct, they weren't reading level. How do we get the information that we need? My partner, Ben Bangfort, is the CTO. His background is in computer science, formerly with Oxford University Press. So if you see that, if you have a Kindle and that Oxford University Dictionary, Ben had a hand in creating that. Will Voorhees, experience with Amazon, also a computer scientist. Dr. Jesse English is our Chief Science Officer, also a partner. His PhD is in computer science, specialty in machine reading, machine learning. We are all full-time on this, ready to rock. We also work with Manny Skevo-Filex as a CFO, and Amy Christopher, our marketing advisor and consultant as well. So what does this space look like? One of the biggest misconceptions, and I think Baltimore has really done a fantastic job in changing that, is that, it's education. Education is one of the biggest businesses. We all have a part in that every single day. Teachers, 4.3 million. If we capture just 5% in those products, it's some very exciting numbers. 5.5 billion in K through 12 sales, and educational technology conditions at 7.5 million. While we push these products and are very excited about them, the scope and the money of this are really in the data and publishers. So the competition, what's going on right now? Common Core State Standards has publicly criticized all of leveling systems, saying that they are all broken. They are not doing the job. We use a quantitative metric, a qualitative analysis, and then we also have this human portion coming in. So of course, Fontes and Pinnell, they're probably the most accurate system because they're using humans. We have a platform, and that's what sets us apart. So what does the revenue look like? Basically, as you can see, these book leveler products, these aren't our main revenue drivers, but they're putting eyeballs on the products, which is very attractive and very lucrative to publishers. We can take these products and put that Unbound name and say, this is what teachers are using. Therefore, linking with our system is going to be in your best interest. So we, like to GSD, get stuff done. We've made significant traction. We did a Baltimore City School pilot, founder's investment of $30,000. We started in November of 2011. And we've been going forward since then with Accelerate Baltimore. I'm involved with the Activate program, Path Forward Center, General Electric's endorsement, as well as 99%.com. We are getting ready for the book leveler launch for the back to school season for the third quarter, so check it out in August. We've been in the seed round for $400,000. And we're getting ready actually to possibly, hopefully, close this round down very shortly. We've had support from TENCO, MPTCF, and individual angels as well. So what's very exciting is that we definitely project early revenue from the data from the publishers, and the algorithm revenue starts first quarter 2013. So what does the exit look like for us? And that is something that is very exciting on many levels. Google Books, we all know that they have digitized a large adult library of books. What we have is a large digital children's library. Amazon most recently purchased 4 children's publishing houses, and we all know that Pearson is getting into the business of adaptive learning. Cengage has a partnership with General Electric, and we are currently leveraging that as well. I'm Katie Plenchard. I'm the CEO and founder. I encourage questions, and I look forward to speaking with you after. Thank you.